Good morning, everyone, and good evening, everyone, wherever you guys are. I hope that you had an amazing day with the biggest smile. That's always the rule number one that I remind everyone we have to smile and start our day. Today we are with our our top recruiter workshop in the month of April. As you guys notice, we have 41 series of workshop in the whole till the end of July. So we're happy to have Jade and Masoud from Bow Valley College. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today with us. I know it's 5 a.m. in Calgary, so taking the time and going through the presentation is really amazing. A quick reminder for our recruitment partner all around the world that first 45 minutes of the presentation is going to be about Bow Valley College. They're going to present. Last 15 minutes going to be about the FAQ. So use the chat box. Q&A, they use the chat box. So ask your question and we will answer those questions at the end. And we will send the recording of this presentation to only the people that have attended. So just keep that in mind. And the last thing is stay tuned to the last page. We will provide you with the 50% application code that ApplyBoard provides you, that you would be able to take the 50% application discount on your application for the next 2 weeks. So without any further ado, Jade, Masoud, thank you so much for being with us today. Again, once again, waking up that early to go through and explain about Bow Valley College. Floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a great day. We're here to present you on Bow Valley College. So thank you for taking the time to join this event, and thank you to Manti and ApplyBoard, the team, for making this happen. So with me, I have Masoud Paydar. He's our manager of global relationships. In addition to that, our director is Derek Lemieux, and we have a second manager who is Tahira Ibrahim. And myself, I'm the international agents and relations recruitment specialist. Okay, so we'll move on. Where are we located? We can see in the next slide, Katie.
Jade, 1 second. I want to Masoud say hi too. I don't want to we just jump to it.
I'm so sorry about that.
Jade is so much into the presentation. Is like, yes, I'm gonna just get into and tell you guys why Bow Valley. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Masoud, by the way, it takes 5 to 6 minutes. More people come to online, so I want to take advantage of this cheating.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Hello, everyone. My name is Masoud Paydar. I'm the manager of international. I'm very happy that Mehdi and his team in ApplyBoard, they set this up. It's fantastic to talk with everybody now in these trying days. It's very hard. It's very hard. Everybody is working from home. Hopefully none of you have any of your loved ones, infected with this horrible disease or virus that is happening. I really myself never thought that such a day, will come. However, is unbelievable how resilience is the people. People they are there now. The next term is May, and we have lots of our students that yet they want to come. They try to be in Canada. Some of them they are in Canada with their study permits. They are waiting. So the schools here, our school, in 1 week we turned the page and we went online. So all our classroom is online. Is I call it real online. It's not that you put some files online and some recorded video. Is really a teacher teach the students online. And we have some classes even in China that we do it online. So I think this is the next future of education. This is something that has happened because it proved itself. one more point is, at Bow Valley College, we are having trainings that enables students to be experts in these type of technologies. Jade and myself will talk about it very soon. I tell you a small story, a story of my life. I was in Abu Dhabi, working in Abu Dhabi for a while, and then in 21 years or 22 years ago, I was working for an oil service company. Maybe some of you don't know them, Schlumberger. They transferred me to Calgary, and I said, no, I resign. I don't want to go to Calgary. It's the end of the world. It's near North Pole. It's very cold. I don't want to go. And I had a very wise VP. He came to me and said, Masood, I suggest that you go there. If you don't like it after 3 months, resign. Because, my view was that I want to go to Vancouver. Calgary is very cold, or Toronto is very cold. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Vancouver. It's the good weather. So then I said, okay, I had two small kids, two small boys. I came here. And as soon as I arrived in Calgary, I'm from Shiraz, the same city that's Mehdi also is there. So as soon as I came from the airport, I saw the mountains, I saw the land, and I said, remind me of my hometown. I said, oh my God, it's fantastic. And it was November, it was cold. So I'm here. To be honest with you, 2 or 3 times I went to Vancouver to move to Vancouver, especially when it was cold, but I never liked it. It was rainy, gloomy, dark, and it was very hard place to be there. I went to Toronto to see if I want to go live there. Again, I didn't do that. So Calgary is one of the best cities, I call it, on planet. I visited about 50 different, cities, and I lived there. And Calgary is one of the best ones. My boys, they grow up here. They played football, which we call it football, soccer, probably in English they call it, basketball. They did all type of sports in this city. Also, myself and my wife, we are both working for 22 years in oil and gas industry, and the people, they are very friendly. I'm very, very happy that I'm in this city. So I joined Bow Valley College to help them to recruit the students. And I'm very pleased to tell you that any place that I go and I talk about Bow Valley and Calgary is the same view. People, they know now, they are aware of Calgary. So I think maybe I give it back to Jay to go forward, and then
You're like, maybe I'll give it back to Jade. Let me think about it.
Let me say it because I want to talk. You know me.
Yeah, no, it's
My
great.
job is talking. Go ahead.
I thought Jade's gonna say, Metzi, now did you see why am I trying to skip Masood? We're gonna go 50 minutes about Masood, and at the end he sold Bow Valley and himself.
That was it. Everything is stories.
You know what? I love it. When you tell a story, people connect with you. When you go presentation, people say, yeah, another presentation. So thank you so much for that. Jade, now go with the excitement. Let's keep it going.
I'm really excited to present Calgary because I know some people might know Calgary, and especially when I moved here. People were like, where is Calgary? What is that? People only knew Toronto or Vancouver. And like, where are you going? Are you going to like some countryside? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to Calgary. And to my surprise and my relatives' surprise, Calgary is such a great city. And I'm going to give you the facts right now. So you see the map over there. We're in the province of Alberta, so it's pretty to the west of Canada. We're about like 1.5 hour away flight to Vancouver and about 4 hours away from Toronto if you take a flight, very to the south. So that means we are not that cold actually. But the things that I like the most about this city is that first of all, you find people from all around the world, and I would say that the students and myself when I moved, you feel part of it. You don't feel like some strange person, because you see people that look like you or similar than you. You find your own community. So it's a great thing that I think you feel like home when you arrive. And also because this is a city that it's about with 1.5 million people, residents, it makes it a big, it's the fourth largest city in Canada. But it's not as crowded, and it's so that means that it's well organized. You can see that how well we have handled the pandemic. It's you can't compare between provinces, right? we are very organized. I am very proud of that, and we have been ranking as the one of the top most livable cities all around the world. So that tells a lot. That tells a lot why people like Calgary, how much Masood and I love this city. And I'm gonna mention a few of the other things that people look at when they are planning to make their move to Canada. And it's that Calgary has one of the most affordable housing market. You can actually buy a home here compared to other cities. I know Toronto and Vancouver are great, but Calgary is better. We have very low rate taxes, so you're paying the minimum here, and you can find work and life balance. So you see this beautiful picture there, it's downtown, and you have a river. We have actually two rivers by downtown. So our campus is located by right at downtown heart of Calgary, and you can easily take a break at your lunchtime. I have a nice walk by the river. I don't know if you get that in your cities, but we have this amazing city, and we enjoy it so much. And it doesn't matter if you live downtown or a little bit. I'm like 25. I'm outside of the downtown area. The drive is about 30 minutes, and I can also have access to the river here. So it's a beautiful city. If you haven't visited, you need to. So now I think well, we have listed all of those. Oh, and of course, people come to Calgary because they want to see the Canadian Rockies. We have beautiful hiking paths, the mountains, and you know that from all over the world, people come here to see our mountains, our Lake Louise. It's beautiful, breathtaking. So if you are not coming to study, at least you should come to visit and fall in love. So I think we'll follow up with our video so you can learn more about what it's Calgary and how beautiful we are.
I know a place that's as tough as it is compassionate, a place with an unwavering work ethic and immeasurable heart. Qualities woven into the fabric of this city and its people. You see it in the day-to-day moments and the moments it's needed most. This place is Calgary, Alberta, a future-proof city, diverse in culture and diverse in economy. You might know it for its oil, farming, the Red Mile, or the greatest outdoor show on earth. But you'd only be scratching the surface. Calgary is a whole lot more. Anything is possible here. See, if you've got a dream and you're willing to do the work, Calgary has your back. The proof is in the people. The entrepreneurs that built this city, the innovators, risk takers, and artists. The proof is in the work they've done and keep on doing. It's in the culture they've created that keeps on inspiring. It's in the tech, energy, and life sciences sectors where cutting-edge, industry-disrupting work is being done every day. The proof is in our small businesses, a lot of them not so small anymore. This is the most livable city in all of North America, and one of the most livable cities on the planet. Fifth, actually, but who's counting? So what's that mean? It means clocking out at 5 and being in the mountains for 6. It's a short commute that's easy or fun or breathtaking. Calgary is a city with a proud heritage and a limitless future. And if you want to be a part of all this, a part of something big, something special, that time is right now. And we'd be happy to have you. Be part of the energy.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. I surely did. Every time I see it, it's so true. It's a great city. So we'll move on to the next slide. Okay, cool. So just a quick view. I said our campus is located downtown. So all these pictures that you see around here are either inside our building or a 5-minute walk from our campus. You can see these girls are on the right in there. We have huge bike paths are all around the city. And as I said, you can just get out of the campus and take a break by the river. So that's great. We are near us. You can find uh, shopping malls, public art museums, historical buildings, and I know you saw some cowboys in that video, and it's because we celebrate. We're in the West, right? So we have the biggest show on earth, and everyone from all around the world will come to what is called the Calgary Stampede. That happens for 10 days every summer. Okay, do you want to add anything, Matthew?
Yeah, I want to add one more thing. Again, in the cold days, I told you about Chinook. All Calgary, Alberta, they're connected with a system we call it plus 50. What does it mean? All those towers that you see on the picture on the left of the screen, they are connected by tunnels, which you see them. I don't know if you, I don't think that you can see my mouse, but anyway, is the top picture you have in the heart of Calgary. Then you have two ladies and the people, they are standing on that walkway, which we call it plus 15. So they are warm and you can walk all over the place downtown. Most of the time, lunchtime is the party time. 300,000 to 400,000 people, they come to this plus 15. They go to different, buildings and their lunch is there. There are lots of restaurants that they are downtown. And this is one of the key features of Calgary. So technically in winter, we are warm, we are there. And the other thing that I wanted to tell you, we have a system of transportation, which is we call a C train. So you can go 99% of places near our campus, and there is a station in our campus, inside our campus, that you come in to our, school. So technically, the going everywhere is 20 to 25 minutes with that C train. This is what I wanted to ask to add.
Yeah, so that's on the next slide, Katie's. You see that you could live anywhere around the city, and you see that train. It's just passing by our campus, which is you can see behind the trees. The train drops you at your door, which is great, especially if it's winter and cold. And of course, the multiple festivals happening downtown, and you see more water there. You see the geese. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. So we'll proceed to the next slide. A little comparison between popular cities. At the end of the day, Calgary, it's more affordable. You can see not only because of for tuition, but also because of the living expenses, the taxes the government collects. It's less, and as I said, you can buy a home here. You don't have to kill yourself to buy a home. Okay. After these numbers, we'll proceed to the next slide.
So I want to add another point about the taxes, to see how low we are 5%, and Mehdi is living in a place he pays 13%. So that's the difference. So I think makes a difference in your.
You guys selling Calgary so well. I was gonna message you guys, hey, it's about 25 minutes left to presentation. And then I was like, most likely Calgary has sponsored this Jade and Masood. We're not talking about Bow Valley today.
We love Calgary, right? To put Calgary in the spot, and everyone knows Toronto and Vancouver. Calgary is as great or even better than those cities. So we'll get to the ground now. Bow Valley College, right? Now you know where we are. We're a community college focused on the student success. We've been here since 1965. Not me, but the college. So that means the college is about 50 years of experience in teaching vocational programs. And our college's population is the same reflection of our city. We have a very diverse student population. You'll see students from all around the world, and because we're a community college, we have a full affordable tuition, and we set living expenses. And most of our programs will have a work experience component, which helps a lot in our employment rate. Right now, the average is 88%. So we have 5 different schools, and we have certificates, which are 1-year programs, and the diplomas that are 2-year programs. So do you want to add anything, Masood? Okay. So let's start with the School of Creative Technologies. This school has been launching new programs almost every year for the last few years. I want to highlight that we have the 1-year post-diploma programs, which are the ones in the yellow box. For this, for students to qualify they need to have at least a diploma or a degree. The cybersecurity. So we are here in this situation of the pandemic. We're here because of the technology. So you can see that the future relies on anything that is technology based. So job prospects are gonna be in this field. So cybersecurity, how do you protect your most valuable resource, which is your information? Since everything is online right now, the threats are also rising. Cybersecurity is our post-diploma program, which is the newest one, and we actually have multiple seats available in these programs that I'm mentioning right now. Data management and analytics. This one is our highest degree or credit in our school. This is a post-baccalaureate program. So that means that the student for the data management and analytics, to qualify, they have to have a degree. Then for the rest, it's just a diploma. So the digital marketing, how do we recruit students today since we're sitting at home, right? You need the digital marketing, software development. If for students who probably may not have a diploma or a degree, then they could opt for the 2-year programs that we have on the blue box. We have in the business administration with a specialization in digital marketing, digital design, the information technology diploma, interior decorating, and software development. So in order to get admission for these 2-year programs, most likely we're gonna be looking for grade 12 math and English language arts, or language arts grade 12 as well.
So I only add one part for this creative technology. We are partnered with IBM, and also we have a new platform which we call is based on macro credential. We call it Pivot. We are going to launch it very soon, which is a new era for education. We are going to change the education. So wait for that. We are now working on that. That program we will be like a starter. We're gonna launch it very soon, and we will ask Mehdi to set up another one only for Pivot that we come in and let you know what's Pivot with the help of IBM AI. You know, Watson is the back end of that technology. Go ahead, Jay.
Thank you. So yeah, in conclusion, this is the future. So students looking for good job offers should be looking at this field. Okay, Katie. Okay, so the Shu School of Business, one of our most popular programs is housed in this school is our business diploma, the 2-year program, which only requires high school graduation. We're looking for language arts. The highlights on these programs is that all the programs in the School of Business will include work experience, which is optional for the student to graduate, but they can opt to participate or not. The school also provides great networking opportunities with industry and employers. We have an in-house entrepreneur. So every semester, the in-house entrepreneur organizes the event called Venture Quest. What this means is that all the students in Bow Valley College have the opportunity to bring their new business ideas, and compete between each other. And the winners, the finalists, will get up to $10,000 to launch their business, and they get coaching from the same entrepreneur. To talk a little bit about the quality of our students and the education from the college, we compete every year in national and provincial competitions, and we are usually on the top finalists. And in the business diploma, our students also have the opportunity to participate in intercultural exchange. So far, we have our classes have gone to Japan and some countries in Europe, like Italy, Greece, and Spain. We'll move on to the next slide. I'll show you the programs that we have in the business school quickly. So the one-year programs, which are part of them are administrative or clerical oriented, such as administrative professional or hospital unit clerk. But we also have specializations in the business area, such as a one-year business administration program and human resources. For the 2 years, I already mentioned the diploma, which is in business. We are offering about 8 specializations, either accounting, human resources, financial, supply chain. And for this, we are partnered with industry, and we have our students going to our diploma are actually trained to, if there is a certification in the market, they are ready to take that certification and when they finish the program and succeed.
So,
anything?
Yeah, only I want to add one point which I don't want to forget. You know, government of Alberta recently they announced that they're going to issue 6,000 permanent residency visas, which is a part of nomination program to graduates. So it means that lots of these programs that they are in this page or the previous page, the postgraduate one, they are nominated for getting permanent residency immediately. As soon as you graduate, you are on top of the list, you can apply. So you don't need to wait for that 3 years of work permit, postgraduate work permit and all that. So this is another advantage of Alberta when you come to Calgary if you are a graduate.
Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Okay, the School of Health and Wellness, we have 2 main programs here, the Pharmacy Technician, which is a 2-year diploma, and the 1-year program certificate in Healthcare Aid. Both of these programs are regulated by the curriculum is regulated by the external entity. So for example, the Healthcare Aid program, has just revamped their curriculum last year, and it's going according to the parameters of the province. So what this means is that the requirements are, we have to comply with the requirements that from external institutions. These are the only 2 programs that actually require IELTS for proof of English language proficiency. The great thing about this one, the Pharmacy Tech, we have a simulation center where the students can practice hands-on learning, the dispense of medications, and the lab was just revamped last year as well with cutting-edge technology. And it includes practicums in hospitals and pharmacies. Masood. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. The School of Community Studies, most of our programs, the most popular ones are social work and disability studies, but we also have studies in justice, education assistant, and in health and human services management. So we have the 1-year program certificates and the 2-year diplomas. We'll move on. Okay, to finalize with our schools, we have the School of Global Access, which is the one offering our International English Language Program. Through this program, the students can meet the English language proficiency requirements to meet for most of our programs, because I already mentioned we have 2 programs that actually require IELTS, but the rest could be met through our School of English. Is there anything you want to add, Masood?
Yeah, we have, probably we should go faster than that we can finish in 10 minutes. But
okay.
However, this English program is a key point in most of these education of the kids. I didn't even mention that we have about 2,500 international students in our school, in the college. We capped it because government is not letting us go, but we have lots of waitlisted, students that they're coming here. We have English programs that you can have your students to come in, and then also when they finish it, they be a part of the career program, the rest of the programs. Go ahead.
Okay, we will move on. And yeah, so we'll move on. So this is about the English programs, so we just mentioned. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about admission requirements. So all of our programs, they would have different requirements per program. Academic requirements. So for these basic certificates and diplomas, basically we want proof of high school, most likely the equivalent to the grade 12 language arts in the Alberta curriculum. So in the business programs, we're looking for language arts and math, grade 12. In the administrative programs, it's language arts, grade 12, but math is a lower one, grade 10. In the community studies, such as the program of social work, we're looking for language arts, grade 12. For healthcare aid, it's a little bit lower, grade 11 language arts. And for pharmacy technician, we're actually looking for grade 12 language arts, math, biology, and chemistry. For the post-diploma certificates and the post-baccalaureate certificate, yes, we definitely need to see that the student has completed at least a diploma, and for the post-baccalaureate, a degree in a specific fields related to the programs that we mentioned. Okay, we'll move on to the, sorry?
I only want to add one. As you see in the academic requirements and also English requirements, we do not need IELTS. I let her talk about it. I was too fast. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, so English language proficiency requirements. As I said, most of all of our parents will have this requirement, but so students who have received their high school education or any post-secondary education where English was the language of instruction, then they don't need to provide IELTS or TOEFL to us, because as long we receive proof that their education was taught in English, 3 years of full-time time in high school or 1 year of post-secondary studies, that will waive the IELTS requirement. Now, for those students whose first language was not English, or their education wasn't in English, then they could meet the English language proficiency requirements through one of the required tests like IELTS, TOEFL, CLB. Right now, we have adjusted and added Duolingo because of the pandemic. We know that some of the tests are not available. But we also have, as I mentioned, our English language program in-house and our partnerships with other institutions around the city and also within Canada. In other provinces, we have partnership with English language training institutions that students can complete their English program and then meet our English language proficiency requirements. I'll talk about that on our next slide. So right now we have partnerships with Global Village. They have locations in Calgary and other places. Stafford House International as well. ILAC International. Anne's Language House, which is a Calgary school, and English School of Canada. They are also based in Toronto. And coming soon, we'll have a partnership with the University of Calgary English Language Program and Rosedale Academy. Anything, Masood? Okay. Okay. We have to add that by completing our programs, first of all, it's cost effective to do your first 1 or 2 years at the college level, tuition wise. But then if student is interested in completing a degree, they will be able to transfer credits to universities around Canada or also outside of Canada. And we'll move on, or do you want to add? Okay. Okay, a little bit about life on campus. So at Bow Valley College, we not only care about the quality of our classes, but also we provide the students with opportunities to volunteer. We believe that being part of Bow Valley College community should also enhance the life of our students inside the campus and also outside. So we want to integrate them volunteering with volunteering opportunities outside. We have multiple events throughout the years. We celebrate the International Education Week every year, which students can have the opportunity to participate and promote internationalization of the campus. We have the Intercultural Center, which is a department that promotes interculturalization of the campus as well. We'll move on to the next slide. And we have, we're part of the International Education Department. Our duty is to serve our students from the time they decide to ask about our college until they graduate and beyond, because we also take care of our alumni. So we are there. We have an immigration consultant, we have international learner advisors, we have academic advising, we organize events, we take them out of the college, out of the city, just to socialize. And yeah, just we are the main contact for these international students to support them throughout their life.
You know, I will add only one more point about international education, especially for the parents of the students that they're coming to Bow Valley College. We will play like their families. From the time that they come to the school, we take care of them. If they have issues, we have advisors that they talk to them. We have lots of well-being support. If somebody is homesick, we have counselors that they can talk to. And also, we have an immigration consultant as one of our staff. So she is fantastic, and talk to them if they have any issues when they want to get their work permit, their co-op permit, anything. So as I said, we make sure that the students, when they come here, it's like they're our girls and daughters here. We take care of them as a family. Go ahead.
And to add to that, yes, all the students that come to us, they're treated as something that we really care about. Like if they come with issues, the team will just take it as a personal thing to solve their issues and help them thrive. So scholarships and awards, yes. The whole college has a portfolio of scholarships, but international education has some dedicated exclusively to international students. So students applying from the moment they apply and get registered into our programs, they could get up to $2,000 if they are selected as the recipient of the awards. So our awards range between $500 to $2,000 to $2,200. And I've met students who have actually been awarded multiple times different awards. So that's a great thing to have. Okay. Well, here ends our presentation. Masood, do you want to add anything else?
Yes, the gentleman that you saw in the previous slide, Timothy, he is now our employee. He graduated from our school. We hired him, and he is now the person who is doing the orientation for the students. Technically, we post it online today because this year is not face-to-face. We do it all online for all the new students. And so it's a fantastic thing. Even the students, when they come to our college, they may have opportunity that we hire them if they are qualified for any of the positions.
And actually, in our department, we have 3 alumni from our college already. Okay, so thank you so much for giving us the time. I'll leave the mic to you, Maddie.
Thank you so much. You know what I was thinking? For me, doing this every 3 times in a week sometimes can get a little challenging. But I was like thinking that how different was this, right? And I actually love when schools come and focus on what is important for students, right? We can go and talk about every program, but I actually truly love the presentation that you guys talk about the city, because I think it is so important for students choosing the right city. Myself, when I came to Canada and I moved to Kitchener-Waterloo, all I knew I'm not going to live in Toronto because Toronto is too big. And as Masood said, we're from Iran and we're from the Shiraz, which is the south of Iran. It's a smaller size city. It's not as small as 6 million people population, but it's not like capital is massive city. So I think like that's something when you guys talking like that is something about Bow Valley too, right? I think the people are friendly. And my sister used to live in Alberta, so I've been in Calgary, I've been in Banff, I've been in Jasper. I was surprised you guys didn't talk about Banff and Jasper. They are beautiful. In Banff, they have this hot, what would you call it?
Hot springs. I mentioned Lake Louise though.
Yeah, you guys should have shot a video of it. That is the best things, you know. But really appreciate going through that and talking, because I think we sometimes forget is that someone's life that we are talking about. It's not immigration, it's just not, yes, those are the important aspect of the students coming abroad, but it is truly someone's life, where they go, what to study, what is the best city for them, you know. Sometimes these are the things that I'm happy to hear from the schools. So thank you so much for taking us to those amazing things and what is important. So I'm gonna jump to the question. First question, Jade, Duolingo, what is the test score you guys are looking at?
It's a range around 90 to 100, most likely.
Okay, let me make my questionnaires like least. There's so much question, and I got a feedback, by the way, our amazing partner, that I do not read all the questions. Some of the questions are being asked during the presentation, so I want to be respectful of our presenter and our people that are actually listening to the things. So if I'm not asking, please don't think I'm doing it on purpose, you know. In terms of your main intake, what happened with the students that couldn't, like, generally for the international students, where did you guys offer them online? I know Masood, you talk about it a bit front of the presentation at the very early on, but can you say, elaborate more on it? What happened on the main students? Masood or Jade, whoever feels wants to comfortable to take the question.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it. You know, so we did two things. One, some of them, they were already in Canada, you know, they had their study permit. So first, you know that even this term, everything is online. So May will be online. So everybody will be online. Government of Canada said that it's okay that they have online this time and will not affect their postgraduate work permit. We also gave them the option that they defer. If somebody is outside Canada and they cannot come in, so they defer to our September or even January 2021. So this was the second option for them. For those that they are at their home country, then IRCC, they opened up that they can have 50% of their education at their home country, which again, we honor this, we contacted this, you know, it's very amazing. Our team, if they were on a phone or email, contacting about more than 1,000 people, you know, worldwide, let them know, because some people, even when you send them email, we wanted to make sure. And we had all the list and everything to make sure that we are giving a good service to all our students, that they were accepted for May. And even September, you know, we communicated with some of the students in September, and, you know, we tried to, because it's a big nerve-wracking, you know, dream crusher, you know, somebody wanted to come to Calgary and start their future with education, and now this thing happened. So we wanted to, everybody, as I said, we treat them like our families, so we wanted that to be there. Okay, go ahead, Mehdi, for the next question.
Thank you so much. So that was a great thanks. And on the 50%, Masood, ApplyBoard and the University of Canada and CICAN work very closely on making that role. We were on the phone with RCSA every day. As we even speak, my team are speaking with the RCSA to come up with what would be the best feasible approach for fall too. So that was really great things that you mentioned. There is a question in terms of acceptable education gap for students studying undergrad or postgrad. Can you elaborate on that too?
Okay, so our programs, some very few of our programs would have a like an academic break included. That means that no student from that program is taking classes during that term. So we have few of those, but most likely our students would be expected to meet to if it's a 1-year program, the expectation is that they would take 2 terms of studies, depending on how they organize their courses. There could be a break, or there could not be
No, I
one.
think what they mean by that, let's say I finished my high school when I was 18, but now I'm 20.
Oh, okay.
Can I come and study your diploma? Or I'm 35, finished my undergrad 12 years ago. Can I come and do your PG?
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. We're open to everyone. Like if we give the opportunity to study to anyone, regardless of they graduated 30 years ago or they just graduated now, or they have a master's or a PhD. We're open to all the prospective students that are interested in getting more education. We just need to get the documentation that admission needs to determine if they have met all the requirements.
I only want to add one point here. You know, we are a community college, and the mandate was helping new immigrants initially to come and get jobs. So we were trying to equip new immigrants with good education that they can go get a job. So sometimes new immigrants, they are 50 years old and they come to this college. So we adopted this for our students. Age is not we have no limit for age.
No. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The next question is, what is the processing time of issuing of a look like at Bow Valley College?
So processing time right now, it's in average 4 weeks. We could have a little bit of a longer one if it's a high peak season, but in average, we're seeing 3 to 4 weeks as a response from a registrar's office.
And we are now adopting a new application processing system. We are going between 5 to 10 days. So hopefully from November, the application processing time will change drastically.
Yes.
Trying to read the questions, some of them already answered. Okay, this is a very specific question, but I think it's a good question. So a graduate with pharmacy degree and licensed, would you recommend that to them to take a Pharma Tech so that she can practice in Calgary?
For sure. If the student has the background, for sure the program will be easier to complete. Still, we need the student to meet the admission requirements, which are already mentioned, chemistry, math, and language arts. So as long as the student can get in, I would say it would be, if the student has a background in the same field, the student has more chances to be successful and find employment for sure.
Thank you. The next question is, any mathematic upgrade available for non-math student?
Yes, we have online upgrading for high school subjects, but we also take like the student can opt to upgrade from any other, let's say, Ontarian school online, and we would get those grades and admit the student.
And also we have contract and agreement with lots of partners that they can do upgrade.
As of today, as we speak, IELTS indicator, which is the British Council IDP and British Council and Oxford, that they came with their IELTS version of online. Have Bow Valley decided that they're going to accept the IELTS online as well or not yet? It's just as we speak, it's happening from today's day. Can take a test.
No, to be honest with you, we are not aware of that. We will love to adopt it as soon as. So if you have the news, it's possible, you know, you or Kate send it to us, and I will to RO that we go for.
Masood, I'll send the link in WhatsApp to you. It's pretty much IELTS, but they have gone online. It's 2 hours, 40 minutes. The students as of today can start registering.
Okay.
I think I believe a lot of schools will accept because they accept anyone accepted Duolingo, they will accept the IELTS, but I'll send the link, Masood, to you guys.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Matthew. Thanks, Matthew. I mean, I wasn't aware of that. I don't know if Jade was, but I was not.
There were some comments I think Racer's office is considering, but we haven't received an answer yet.
there is a question which is a certain country have that how many backlog is acceptable for students doing PG. So do you know what is that, Jade, or no?
Can you clarify?
Okay, so when you're studying your undergrad, if you fail, you can have a backlog, right? And then how many of that is acceptable? If you don't know, most likely it means Bovali doesn't care.
Exactly. We will look at the best score of the subject that we're looking for. Like for admission officers, they will take their transcripts from high school or post-secondary, and they will look for, let's say, anything that is related to language arts, right? So they do a math calculation and average, and from there they would say that if the student meets the requirements or not.
Thank you. There is a question that says, does Bow Valley is a public college, but is it a community college? Does that change anything on PGWP? No, Bow Valley, it is a public college, but it's built very early on for the community. That's what Masood meant. Any public college, guys, you would be able to get your PGWP approved as long as it falls under category. And the easiest things, if you guys literally search DLI schools, PGWP, you can find this and you can Google that in the CIC website or Canada.ca website, you can see those lists. So in our ApplyBoard website, we indicate if the schools is PGWP or not. I answered that question for you.
Yeah, thank you. And our DLI number is in the slide, the last slide. Our DLI number was there, if anybody wants that. Designated Learning Institution.
Application fee is $130. Correct me, Jade, if I'm wrong. And for the next 2 weeks, you guys gonna pay $65 through ApplyBoard. So Duolingo, yes, accepted. Backlogs, there is nothing about that. Gap education, no. These are the questions I want to make sure people know. I'm reading everything, but they are being answered. Do you guys have a co-op program?
So yes, most of our programs would include a work experience or co-op practicum. As I said, business programs, the work experience is optional, or the co-op. For the health and wellness programs, it's part of the curriculum, also for community studies. So yes.
Our methodology of education is competency-based training. So most of our classes, they have hands-on, and it's a totally different way of delivering the education.
Thanks, Jade and Masood. The next question, what is the difference between PG diploma and post-baccalaureate diploma? Jade, do you want to answer that? I know the answer, but you guys can answer it better way, right?
Well, we only have one post-baccalaureate diploma. That one requires the student to have a degree in the fields that are like related to business, economics, engineering. So you need a degree to meet the requirements. For the post-diploma programs, then you just need to have completed a 2-year technical or diploma to get admission.
Exactly. In Ontario and majority of provinces, they call it graduate certificate. In BC and Alberta, they call it post-baccalaureate diploma. I never get to know it. Perhaps there is a good reason in different of education system, but just wanted to add that.
Thank
How
you.
many backlogs without visa granted? Gap. This is a good question. Does college also offer any welcome package to the students, such as airport pickup services, accommodation, renting houses, and many other things that students may look forward to?
We do it per case. Most of the students that they come here, they already set up, or they come from our agents or partners that they are there. So they already arranged that. But if the students contact us, definitely we will make it happen. But it's not a regular as a part of our service that we pick up somebody from airport. We have communication with some of the homestays that they do. We don't have our own residents. So they can also be connected. So we connect the students when it's needed to those services.
Thank you so much.
And I want to add that we don't have residents because we are located in downtown, so students can live anywhere around the city and just get there by public transit, which makes it really easy for everyone.
Thank you. This is a question for ApplyBoard, so I'm gonna answer it because it actually help a lot. So guys, based on what Jade said on the IELTS behavior when the student has a study, so just leave a note or contact your representative in ApplyBoard. They would be able to help you if the student is waived, they don't need ESL at the English test because they have studied 3 years in English schools and their first language in the schools was English. Obviously, some schools will need the proof of that, whether through a letter or something. So contact your representative that is in touch with you, or leave a note in our application when you submit it, so our team knows that we don't need to ask for IELTS. And on that note, Jade, does that applicable to Indian students too?
Yes. So as long as we receive proof that the English was the language of instruction, then they wouldn't need the IELTS for the college.
But most of the students, if they're in a CS country, they need IELTS anyway. But if you go the regular visa way, it's easy to come.
It's really good for African countries and stuff like that, Philippines, those that they are speaking English, so they wouldn't need necessary to provide IELTS. Is it still time to apply for September? Are you guys still open for September?
Yes.
And again, to our amazing partner, if you go to ApplyBoard in the Bow Valley landing page, you should be able to just filter and see what are the open programs for Bow Valley. I think that is the, oh, actually I asked this. What is the refund policy of college in the case of visa refusal? How much does not get refunded?
Okay, so for visa refusals, we have a deadline to provide either a proof of a study permit or a visa rejection. And if we receive that documentation by the deadline, we will refund the deposit, the confirmation seat, which is $1,500. That's the standard. Now we know we're in a crisis of the pandemic, so we have adjusted our measures on refund. So we are lenient. We understand that things are happening, so we're not being that hard, I'd say. But yeah, the standard is that as long as we receive documentation by the deadline, then the full refund applies, with exception of the application.
We are very flexible in these days.
Thank you so much, Jade. Thank you so much, Masood. Thank you so much for our amazing partner wherever you are. Next week, tomorrow, I'll see you guys for Laurentian University. So we're coming back from Calgary back to Ontario, and then Fleming College and Navitas, which is Simon Fraser University and University of Manitoba, their pathway, which is very exciting. So this is the next 3 top workshop. Once again, Jade and Masood, thank you so much for being here and taking time. It was amazing having you both and talking about Calgary and Bow Valley College.
Yeah,
thanks,
you.
Mary. I really want to appreciate ApplyBoard doing this. You are a great partner, great company, and we always wish you successful as you are, and we are chanting for you and for your success.
I'm waiting for you to come visit Calgary.
Will do, Jay. Promise.
Okay.
Take you to Banff and Lake Louise and maybe Jasper this time.
Promise.
Sounds like a plan, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye, Katie.
Katie,
Thank
also,
you.
and thanks, Bushra.
Okay, bye.